Quadruple time. Damn, hell yeah. All right, guys. Well, are we good?
All right, shit, boys.
Hi, guys. My name is Jason, and welcome to the House of Podcastment. Today, we're discussing the 7th track on the Grove Sundial, titled House of Resentment. And to my right, I'm going to pass it to my boy.
Hello, my name is Alex. I play bass, I do vocals, and I synthesize. Shut up. I'm dumb.
What do you synthesize?
My name is Max, and I play guitar in stereo.
I don't know if it'll reach this far. That's your...
Yeah, you're like
That's the raw
guy,
cable.
You're like the guy when the singer goes in the audience, he has to hold the cable. That's what you're doing right now.
Jace guitar.
Sick. What up, everybody? We're here to talk about House of Resentment, which is the 7th track on this album, which is technically the 3rd single that never came out. Which is, it'll come out as a single release.
Maybe it'll be out
in the form of a music video, but
Possibly.
yeah, it's definitely a very interesting song on the record, in my opinion, and I think it's like one of the most honed-in songs on the record, in my opinion, as far as consistency goes. I remember this is another Alex beater. You sent this one over when it was
This is what we
probably
play.
done,
we
right?
wrote this at fucking Jace's lake. I wrote this riff at Jace's lake house, basically.
Oh,
Did you?
shit.
Then I had to refine it. Yeah.
The Beautiful People riff.
Yeah, the beautiful. It sounded like beautiful people.
Yeah, but the blasts under it, and it was just like
the intervals of the notes, because the original interval was the beautiful people.
Yeah, it was very hillbilly.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I see
this
that
song
now.
to me is like a very straightforward Warforged cut. It's got a lot of
It's the working
elements.
man song, dude.
Yeah, it's got a lot of elements of our past sound, I think, like in the acoustics and whatnot, and some of the more atmospheric parts, but I feel like it's just really straightforward and like it's just like action the whole time. Like it does let up. It's got some cool passages, with the acoustic parts, but it still keeps it really interesting. I just think it's an awesome fucking song. Like it's so consistent in the writing in that like every part is good. I feel like there's no weak aspects to it. And it was like one of the later songs written on this record, so I felt like your writing was already in like really good shape from that. So I think you were kind of coming out of a place where it was just like, damn, like you've been practicing, and like here's kind of, one of the stronger, heavier songs on the album. And it's just kind of like, yeah, I don't know. I just think it's fucking awesome. And I mean, that's kind of why I think it ended up being a contender as a single, because we knew it would be definitely an adjustment from like what fans would expect on Voice, but it's such a fucking like it's such a gimme, that song, in my opinion.
Definitely.
It's so like, this is sick. It's really hard for you to argue that it's not sick. And like it's just got so much going on in such like a fucking consistent way, where it's like you don't have to work to get everything you want out of the song. It's like, you're not sitting in on a fucking 9-minute investment to get some acoustic parts. There's a guest vocalist on the song, Rudy Schultz, our boy. Which I'll get into later about the lyrics, I guess, but
Rudy.
I feel like his voice adds a really cool, different element to the music on that one.
But yeah, the song like has no fat at all. It is just so
good way to
streamlined and simple, and I think it just has a lot of riffs there. Yeah, it gives you a little bit of everything. A lot of really sick riffs. I think it's got the cool like that verse riff, the like goofy harmonies, da 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 da, that little like tail.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Yeah,
it's like
cool.
Not a normal. It's like some weird second harmony. I don't know what it is. Yeah, but that's so. I think
It's
that's
got
like
a
the sickest.
danza like Josh Travis.
Kind of does, because it's a very dissonant harmony.
Yeah.
And it reminds me of Periphery, which I think Periphery does that a lot. They do a lot of harmonies like that, and I think that's why this song like really like when Alex sent the demo, it's just like, this is it, man. This is like, I think it's honestly, I think it's at this moment probably my favorite song on the record, because it is like just such a good ass beater and such a simple song, and just kicks ass in so many ways. And yeah, I love it, man.
It's really fun to play too. Like, it's not overly technical at all. It's just like, it's a good, just heavy, fun song. Like that first riff and then that chord or the verse riff, like just so much fun to just
just slam in.
That was so much fun playing that song live on the Rivers tour.
Yeah, it really was.
Yeah,
it got really good feedback too, I feel. And I've also been seeing this song get shared around a bunch on the internet since the album has been out. Yeah, the second half of this album is just so fucking good in my opinion because it has so many different flavors. But this song on its own has such a unique flavor to it that once Alex kind of sent it over, I knew it needed something lyrically different. Something a little bit lyrically different than everything else that was going on the record, because there's a lot of songs that are, either narrative based or they're not narrative based, but there's a lot of personification to it as far as you and I lyrics. And I think an element of Warforged's past, especially with songs that were found on Essence of the Land and even on Voice, there's definitely a lyrical atmosphere as well as musical, obviously, but there's a lot of songs that describe settings, so I thought it would be cool to kind of take that element and repurpose it in a different way. So I wanted to try and challenge myself to write a song that was lyrically more atmospheric, where it's just basically all it's doing is building a setting. All the song does is it builds a visual setting, and it builds the idea of that you're at a place or we're talking about a place, as opposed to rather emotions. But they end up bleeding through anyway, because I think that was a song that I had written lyrically, and it was finished, and I gave it to you to throw onto the music. You came up with all the patterns and added a few lyrics that did ended up personifying it a little bit, but still I think it just kind of rings true that it's a song about just I don't know, usually if you really think about it, places people live really reflect the kind of people that they are in a certain sense. Or at least, it's a really good way to pick up people's habits, and it's a really good way to pick up on maybe it's, I'm not trying to sound too judgmental about it, but I think it's a good indication of, what a person is like if you could kind of see what they live in every day. And, there's a lot of areas around the Midwest and the Rust Belt and shit that are completely fucked. Just because, look at places like Gary, Indiana, or even
Detroit.
Detroit. More specifically, there was a I forget the exact subdivision, but it was by the O'Hare Airport in Chicago.
Oh yeah.
There was a town for a small suburb around there for years that was just evacuated because of pretty much land negotiations as far as expanding the airport, and I'm pretty sure it was in limbo for a really long time, but it was sort of basically a matter of time before these homes were going to get demolished, which they are now.
Everyone
they're all
got
gone.
Eminent domain.
Yeah, it's
shit,
it's on, if you take
Something
Irving Park
Hills,
West. Yeah, my dad would know. I'll have to fucking ask him, but I remember
Heights,
when my grandparents lived in Elk Grove Village, my dad would take me over to that subdivision, and we'd just fucking drive around there when I was younger, because it was so weird, because you would just go down these abandoned blocks of homes that were all just fucking empty. And, it's you look at a house like that, and they decay in such unique ways sometimes, and it's just I don't know, this song pretty much just describes that. There was also I will say, as one of the influences for this song lyrically is from a sick-ass video game I played when I was a kid for PC called Nightmare Ned. And it's basically just each level is based off a different somewhat generic childhood fear. There's one of the dentist of it's a deranged hospital you go to. There's one that's a graveyard with zombies and shit. But then there's one level that's kind of just this weird dusty old attic, and the background is very it's a collage of just really old disgusting wallpaper colors and stuff, and it's a really cool atmosphere in that. And I don't know, it always just kind of stuck with me ever since I played it, because it was, I'm still to this day, I could probably never exactly pin down what the theme was that they were going for there, but it definitely had this really unique, weird, creepy aesthetic. I didn't like to play that level as a kid because it had real all the monsters were these weird taxidermied fucking fish heads and shit like that.
That's cool.
And it was just kind of like these things would like these characters would like animate and like dance, but it would be like a real dead fish head on it, or like it was really weird. It was just like, what the fuck? This is kind of like, and it was like a Disney game. It's a fucking Disney game for kids, so it's like it's probably not as like fucked up as I'm describing it now, as if you were to go on like
when you're a kid, you still think of it
and look
in
it
the way
up.
you do. You know? So.
But I don't know, just that atmosphere specifically I always thought was really interesting and cool. It's like this really weird like dusty, mildewy, like velour, nasty fucking, like you could tell this place was supposed to be nice at one point, but now it's just like disgusting.
Congress Theater.
Yeah, good example. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Like something like that. So it's like it was cool to just kind of like take a different route as far as the lyrics went on this record and try something a little bit different. And I think this song just adds like a whole side to the, you know, it adds just like another really strong element to the album, I feel like, in the collection, where it's like, damn, this song really serves as its own piece. It's still sort of experimental in a way, but musically it's really approachable. I don't know, it's just really unique. It's cool that like lyrically we were able to fit I feel like it's more of a unique song lyrically, but to fit something musically so straightforward, I think it ended up just being really cool. And having Rudy's voice, Rudy Schultz, our boy from Thieves, amazing vocalist, amazing band from Chicago. He's a really good buddy of ours who ended up doing a bunch of merch designs, the Queen Bee design and some of the other designs that are up on our Square merch site right now, which you could buy. But it was cool having him on a song, because I remember the first few times I'd seen his band Thieves live, I loved his performances because he gets really dramatic and into it, and his voice is just insanely powerful, but it's got such a different tone compared to like something Tim or Alex could do, I feel. It's got a lot more of this raw, like hardcore tone to it, so it was cool to have his voice, I feel like, over a more like death metal-y section there, with just that constant double bass, and I don't know, it just sounds so fucking good and aggressive, and then layering him with some of Tim's vocals, it's just like really creates a fucking force on that song, I feel.
Yeah,
and he just really drives it home.
But I think the lyrics are very dense in the song too, and there's a lot of stuff going on with that. I think that's really cool that there's a lot to say in it, and I think it all gets said. But there's a lot of lyrics, and I like that about the song, because the song doesn't really have a break in that. You know, it's pretty heavy with the lyrics throughout, so I think it's cool.
Yeah, a lot of vocal spitting on this one, you know, a lot of cool vocal patterns too.
Yeah, the word
lyric,
change. Yeah, I can't remember exactly what it was.
Destruction and demolition.
Yeah, deconstruction or demolition.
Is it deconstruction?
Yeah, Rudy says demolition and
Tim says deconstruction at the end.
Which was the original lyric was deconstruction?
The original was demolition. I think we changed it to deconstruction.
I think Tim said, I don't know what happened. It just kind of got lost in the mix, but it's kind of cool because it's got this dual meaning.
We kept it like that though, right? Because we didn't realize that until like
at the end of the mixing.
I don't know
process.
how we missed that. I think because Rudy's vocals were kind of put in near the end, so we must have just missed it.
Well, I think it was kind of like the initial edit was going to be just having Rudy and Tim together saying the House of Resentment, but then we liked both of their performances, so we dragged it out a little longer.
Okay.
But then at the end we realized they said different words. But I kind of like it because it's like it is funny, but they both hold the exact same meaning as far as the sentiment of what that lyric's trying to kind of convey. So it kind of creates this, like, to me, it's almost like that song's a really angry song, and sometimes I feel like when you're angry and you're like trying to talk about your feelings or the way you feel or describe something, you say something the wrong way because you're just so fucking heated.
Oh, well, look
so
at
it's
that.
kind of cool.
That's
that
fucking appropriate.
Well,
it's kind of cool to have that, just like that part sounds so angry at the end that it's like cool to have more of that natural take where it's like, oh shit, he said the wrong word, fuck it, like
yeah dude, fucking raw, man.
It was just raw,
fucking raw album.
And then it's just like, who fucking gives a shit, you know? It's like, now you get both words, bitch.
You get both,
you know.
Don't like it, too bad.
Yep.
Throw away your CD.
2 words.
Don't like it, I don't care.
2 words for the price of 1.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
They both start with D's. I got E's in them.
To a bunch of people that probably never noticed it.
That's why you should buy the Grove Sundial. It's good value, okay? Buy it. Buy the album.
2 words for the price of 1.
Buy it. CDs are shipping now, so get yourself a disc or digital copy or pre-order the vinyl.
Yeah, sick. Shopping center.
Oh yeah.
Does anybody else have any other things to say about this one?
Wait, so what was the official lyric that ended up in there then for that? Because we had to like make a choice when we were.
I think
the lyrics,
Demolition because it was louder.
I thought they're both in there still.
Oh.
No,
I mean in the
lyrics,
book.
like,
In the lyric book.
in the lyric book.
I'm pretty sure it's Demolition because it was louder.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
Right.
But Frau, you look so.
But if you want to go into the lyric book and cross that out and add the other word, I give
Yeah.
you permission to
Yeah,
do so.
And send us a
We all
photo.
do.
And
Cross it out.
We'll send you.
Yeah.
We'll send you $1,000 and a guest list to every show.
That's
that we
Alex.
ever
He'll do that. That's coming out of his own pocket.
Yeah, that's coming out of my pocket.
Out of his own
But I'm
earnings.
stealing it from Jason's house.
Yeah, that has no money.
Look, I found $1,000. I'll just take one of your fucking records that's worth $1,000, dude. Like
I don't think I have anything.
Yeah, you got like some old fucking Billy Ocean.
You probably
record,
have vinyl that's worth more money than I do.
I sold all the ones that were worth anything.
The Frederick Thorndahl one?
Yeah, I sold that one.
How much did you pay for it?
I paid like $60 back in
did you get?
2016. I think I got like 120 or something. I doubled it. Huh?
The
It wasn't scratchy. It was just the outer.
The sleeve is all
the binding
fucked up,
and shit
yeah.
was like fucked up. Yeah,
from shitting on
the
it.
corners were kind of folded.
Oh,
But I still got like $100-something from it.
From Alex's pristine
Alive
care.
or Just Breathing reissue was the most. I think I got like
How much?
$250 for that or something.
Whoa,
Yeah, which was stupid as hell because it was like $25.
that's funny.
oh well.
Anyway, yeah, I don't know. I like. I think one of my favorite parts on the whole record is in this song with the fucking synth solo thing near the end. I really like the way it sounds. I think it sounds like a scary like bat or something.
Yeah, it sounds like a
chasing you.
banshee.
Yeah.
Like fucking like.
Oh, that synth effect. That
Yeah. It's just like, it's this really basic like violin synth that's like comes with reason. And I just fucking added like a shitload of chorus, and then I think like I just like did weird bends with it, and it just sounded way creepier. It was like
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I thought that was a really sick.
I feel like
Turn up the portamento.
yeah, that shit was really sick.
Yeah, it's like one of my favorite parts of the whole record.
There was like maybe a few people that like asked me like when after we played that song live at like a few of the shows we played on the Rivers tour, like what I was or brought it up like they thought it was like a guitar part or something that I was actually playing or something like that. I was like, oh hell no, I don't even know what that is. Like it literally just sounds like a banshee like screaming at you. I wish. I mean, it'd be cool if I could try to figure out how to recreate that on guitar.
Tricked
That would be
you.
sick.
You could, you could easily. But I don't know, it's
But we didn't do it, so
Maybe some sort of like
Yeah, it has
pitch pedal shit or something.
Yeah, that would be sick. Harmonize with it.
Heck.
So that beautiful people riff you wrote, it reminded me of, you remember the entertainment chair riffs you would write?
Yeah, dude.
In the basement, we had this green chair that Alex, if you were sitting in the chair, Alex would just come up to you and start playing a riff, be like, "This is the entertainment chair," and you play some dumb fucking riff.
That was only for like a month, but it solidified.
But it's something that I'll never forget, and it's a very Breaking Sizemore riff. When you remember,
Breaking Sizemore, dude.
Yeah, it was Alex took Breaking Bonaducci, that TV show, and did Breaking Sizemore.
Yeah, what was the Sizemore? What was this Tom Sizemore show?
I don't know.
Though? It was,
but it's a very
something Sizemore. It was
it
was the same type of title.
But you wrote like a bunch of riffs about Breaking Sizemore.
You know
I
Tom
remember.
Sizemore. He's in a bunch of
But
shit.
anyway, this riff is like that. It's exactly like something you would have played then.
Sick.
And for it to be translated into a way that works in a song and to be in a song that's on an album we put out, I think it's very sick. Because it works, but
Yeah,
the original version didn't. But the way you change it's sick, man. I love it.
I have the video of the original version of me playing in the bathroom.
yeah,
So I could put that in here somewhere. But
sick.
Yeah, because I was really we went to Jace's family's lake house to
Yeah, I
write
remember.
some songs, and I'm telling the people, man.
Oh no, I meant to.
Oh,
I
yeah,
didn't
we
mean to
were
say,
there,
like-
dude. What
I
about
didn't mean
it?
to shut you down with that. I'm sorry.
I'm telling the folks. But no, yeah, I was really, really drunk. And we were just like jamming, and me and Jason were jamming on that riff. And then I was like, that's actually, there's something, even though it was like silly sounding at the time, I was like, there's something there. So I like went to the bathroom and I like this film, I like propped the
Yeah, I remember when you were doing that.
Yeah, dude, it was a sick riff,
Yeah.
man. And then, like,
Yeah,
I think
please include that. Like, let's.
Yeah, I think the
Insert
next
clip.
day, I think it was fucking, or the next week, I think I had already like fleshed out the song and sent it over. got like
Yeah,
I think
you
we
did,
got
yeah.
like 2 or 3 songs from that. Only one of which is on the record, and I think the other 2 are for later. Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry about it yet.
But yeah,
Don't worry about it yet, guys.
No, and that was just weird because we spent a lot of time kind of working on ideas that never really happened. But that one, this little nugget of something became a fucking song. You know, it just goes to show you, hey, you don't know what's gonna end up becoming a nugget of something.
How about that one?
Exactly.
The one riff where your string got caught on the pickup. Or
Yeah, it's your favorite riff ever, man. It's so sick. And Limp Bizkit ripped it off.
Yeah, and then Limp Bizkit used that same riff in their new album.
Because I heard it. Because
right, like a
we
month
sent
later.
that video to
it
West
was like,
Portland.
fuck, they used the riff.
Yeah, it was just sick because like
We all liked that riff, and we were all fucked up.
My string got caught under my fucking
the pickup thing, whatever.
Yeah, so like
the
it had
lip
it,
on
like when you plucked it, it made this insanely high harmonic, and I was like playing this riff, and I was like doing a like a harmonic scrape, and I thought I kept changing the way my hand was doing it because I thought it was like gonna make it. And I was like, oh yeah, like I'm killing these harmonics, and I realized that it was just automatically like that. I was changing my hand, like yeah, man, ooh yeah, I'm getting that really good harmonic, and it's just like nah, it's just that was gonna do it no matter what you did.
Stuck under the pickup.
Fucking idiot. Yeah. Because I was kind of surprised. I was like, why does this sound so sick, man? I must be really good at guitar now. You know? Yeah, so in order to get sick riff...
Let me hold on a sec. Okay.
So in order to get sick harmonics, you gotta take the string right here. Rest it under the pickup. Under the pickup. This might only work if you have single coil pickups. Because it sounded like shit on Jason's guitar, which has a stupid humbuckers on it, you know? So... And I was so stupid when I took my guitar out of the case. This was already happening, and I thought that by moving my hand up the neck, it made the top harmonic sound way sicker. But it was just because it was stuck under the thing. So I was going like, "Oh yeah, dude!" But really, all you gotta do is just keep it still on like the 5th fret, and it sounds fine.
Well, then we were trying to
that was
figure
cool.
out how once we realized, oh, okay, shit, like there's no way we're gonna be able to
You were trying to find a way to
replay
replicate
that
it.
riff. But then, yeah, we tried to. I think I did figure out a way, kind of. I forget now.
I think I do
It was
remember you
later.
doing that,
It was
yeah.
later. Like when I realized that Limp Bizkit was doing it, I was like, okay, well, clearly this is possible.
You probably have to use like it wasn't like a whammy effect, was it?
Fuck, I don't know. Probably not, but I don't remember now. Damn it. Are we activating the piss cam?
Yeah, man, piss can.
Shit, yo. Does anybody have anything else on this one?
I don't think so. I mean, I guess we can just kind of
Yeah, just
wait out this piss here.
Yeah, if you guys want to kill time while I film myself.
Sure.
So we got the piss cam activated. Jace brought his
Yeah,
GoPro.
we mentioned this in one of the previous
House of
episodes.
Piss Sentiment.
So.
Damn, those shorts are really small on you, Alex.
Aren't they? I like how his chair pushed back like 2 feet.
Yeah, I can't even see his face when he's sitting down.
Yeah, hopefully he's not out of frame.
I'm sure he might be.
He probably is.
God damn it.
Let's fucking kill him.
Fuck.
Well,
We should kill him with the piss cam on.
Yeah.
cannon for the
first person view.
piss.
Yeah,
Us.
evidence. Put me away. I did it. My own brother. I'll do it again.
Yeah.
I guess I could talk about the clean part a little bit, just because I really like that.
Oh,
classical,
yeah.
really like that classical.
You
part.
did do a mighty fine job with it, too.
And we recorded it, on a real classical guitar.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I tried to actually learn that if I could finger pick it like classical style and
Sure.
shit. I really wanted to be able to do that, but I was just like, it's too hard and I'm not good enough to do that. So, I think I tried maybe when we were recording the acoustics, just to see okay, let's just see how it sounds, if it even sounds okay. And then I switched to a pick and I was like, okay, this just sounds 100 times better. So, fuck it, picking it.
It sounded good though. I like the tone on that.
Picking it gives it more of a body to that sound too. Because I feel like at first I was kind of hesitant because I was I thought an acoustic just a regular acoustic might sound more full for that section. Just as far as the warmth of that type of sound compared to a classical. But the way it ended up sounding in the final mix, it's just great. That sounds awesome, and it does sound really full bodied in my opinion. And I really like the way. I don't know. I just really like the way it ended up giving a different flavor to the record.
Yeah, I mean the
Definitely,
classical
yeah.
will give it more of that kind of full warmth sound, but versus the acoustic steel string would just be more brighter kind of. Which
I just feel
that
like
might
it
have sounded
sounds
good
bigger.
too.
Yeah.
I don't think we even tried it though, did we?
I don't know.
I don't think we did. We
No,
just
did clean and
classical.
classical.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah,
I think
sounds
that-
good.
Well,
The,
shit.
the working man song.
The working man,
workhorse of a
working
song.
man. That's why they
Yeah.
call me. They call me the working man.
Doon, diddly, diddly, doon, diddly, diddly, doo.
It's good.
Yeah.
Blue,
Yeah,
they call
good
me
blue
working
collar
man.
song.
I guess that's what
This is for all you
I
day
do.
laborers out there. If you're
Yeah.
out there working a day
Yeah.
labor job, digging ditches and shitting in buckets,
Put on
man,
hobs
this
of
is for you,
resentment
dude.
and smack someone in the head with your
Yeah,
fucking shovel,
shitting
dude.
in spackle buckets.
Yeah.
Man, I don't even
Shitting
fucking.
in
I'm
the
not even
spackle
a day
bucket.
laborer, and I still do that.
I still shit in the spackle bucket.
Yeah, dude. I just prefer the convenience of it.
It just feels good.
Yeah, I just prefer the convenience.
It's just
I
fun.
prefer the spackle.
I like the splat.
All right, well, we'll leave it on a shit note.
Yeah, dude, sick.
Take care.
All right.
Later,
See you
fellas.
guys.